So, okay, so thank you so much for joining, guys. I'm really excited about this. So we have tonight, I'm put together to basically explain to you what coaching is. You may have, talked to whoever invited you. They may have talked to you about it before. And you just kind of are like, okay, let's see if this is for me or not. So this is kind of just a brief, what is coaching? We're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves, what we do, what we don't do, all that good stuff. So my name is April McDonald. I am a 4-star qualifying coach. I am a Success Club 10 All-Star. I am the CEO of Team Run Pink, Run Happy. That is my team name. And my husband's business, I work his business as well, and I've also got his business to 2-Star Diamond. So if you're not a coach, you're like, cool, that means absolutely nothing to me. Basically, it just means that I've been very successful in signing coaches and teaching my coaches how to work their business and make their businesses successful as well, which is my favorite part, is helping others succeed as well, because just trying to focus on yourself and getting yourself to reach a level of success is not half as rewarding as helping other people have success and work towards achieving their goals. So you can see here, this is our team. We went to Nashville in July. We had a lot of fun. Our national conference is held each year. This year was the first year was in Nashville. Last year was in Vegas. We're going to Nashville again next year, and you can actually get a free ticket to this. It was so fun, such a good time. We literally, our company rented out and shut down the city, and just Beachbody took over. It was so much fun. And so today what we're talking about is how to make a living based off your effort, not what someone else thinks you're worth. And I just love that, because when you get a job, it's like, oh, either take it or leave it, basically. You might be able to fight with them for maybe a little more of a sign-on bonus or something, but for the most part, you get paid based off what somebody else thinks you're worth, not based upon your effort. So it's really cool to be able to say, in my job, I get paid based off of what I put into my team for my training and what I put into my business, which is really cool. So I just want to tell you a little bit about me so you can kind of understand who is this blonde girl blabbing to you. And so I am 28 years old. I have a master's in clinical exercise physiology, and I'm a registered clinical exercise physiologist. But you can actually just forget all of that, because it makes no difference whatsoever that I have that degree. It is not required for this job. You can be 18 and right out of high school and be a coach. You do not need any type of certifications. You don't need any background. We'll get to all of that. But honestly, if you needed to be good at nutrition, or, you needed to be a fitness superstar, then there would be some type of certification required. But it's not, because Beachbody wants everyday people to just encourage people and just be yourself. I have been married a year in May. I am a fur mama to my German Shepherd here on the bottom left. This is my husband, Matt. I always refer to him as Maddie.
Stop playing.
Oh, let me go ahead and mute everybody. 1 second. Okay. I do this full time. I was able to actually quit my job this January, a week before my 28th birthday, and I do this full time. I was working at a senior center before. Just my boss kind of talked to me like I was a dog. I hated it. It was not fun. It was not fulfilling. I came home and was very unhappy, crying, just upset, and I didn't get paid very much at all. So I have a history of eating disorders. When I was in college, I suffered a little bit with, bulimia. I went through periods where I would exercise 2.5 hours a day and eat barely anything. You name it. I've had serious issues with food and myself, and self-confidence issues in the past. So I used to be defined by the scale. That was just, if I woke up in the morning and it was a number I didn't want to see, it was just going to be a bad day, because that was how I decided what I was worth. So that was for about 10 years that I was just really unhappy with myself, really miserable. And so that's kind of a really defining factor in why coaching is so important to me, is because I get to work with other people that may not be really happy with themselves, and helping them feel better about themselves, and just being able to be that cheerleader for them, and encouraging them that it's okay. Who cares? You screwed up. Tomorrow's a new day. Get over it. Let's not be so hard on yourself. So it's really fun to be able to do that. I actually love telling people that I was actually voted most confused class of 2005, because if I can do this business, anyone can. Like, ask my coaches. I'm always like, oh, wait, just kidding. No, I didn't mean that. Oh, no, that's wrong. I totally did that wrong. And so it's just, this business doesn't need somebody to be a genius to do it whatsoever. It's just hard work. And so I love to just say, if I can do it, you can, as long as you're consistent and not afraid of showing up every day. It's really just putting in the work. So currently I'm able to say that I actually make in 1 week what I was bringing home all month at my last job. And I don't say that to brag and say, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I say that to say I was unhappy and barely making, a decent paycheck. And now I'm able to be doing what I love from home without having to get dressed, fight traffic, put on clothes, work clothes. Work clothes, I guess, are optional too. And all the stuff that I didn't enjoy doing, going to work for a job that I didn't like. And now I get to do what I want, encouraging other people, and making more money and working less hours. I probably work about 25, sometimes 30 hours. My husband, when he's gone and stuff, I work more because I enjoy it, but it's nowhere near as much as I was working. So yeah, I was actually able to pay for our wedding in cash about a year into the business, and that's huge. I literally thought we would get married in a shack somewhere. Did not ever see that happening. So that was so cool. It was solely through Beachbody. I was just putting away my Beachbody paychecks and saying, okay, I'm going to pay for this wedding. I'm not going to put it on a credit card. And yeah, so I was actually able to then bring home my husband. He was a restaurant manager and worked crazy hours, like 12 and 15-hour days, 5 days a week. We couldn't go on vacations. My family is in Pennsylvania. I'm a Pittsburgh girl, and we're in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. And so my family has probably met him like maybe 8 times. Like, they do not know him because we're in North Carolina. He doesn't get time off, and all of my family is in Pennsylvania. And to me, for my family not knowing the most important person in my life, that just honestly, it just brings me to tears every time I think about it. So I was actually able to allow him to quit his restaurant job, and he is in pursuing real estate, and he takes his test Monday. So I'm really excited for him. He's going to be able to be pursuing that, working from home as well, and able to be more flexible with our schedule. So I'm really excited about that. And then here's just a little bit also about me. You can see I started this journey in 2011. I've been a coach for about 2.5 years. So this was a little before Beachbody. I started trying to find ways to, I had gained quite a bit of weight in grad school, wasn't sleeping much, was living on granola bars. I was the lean cuisine queen. And now in 2015, with thanks to Beachbody and, learning how to fuel my body correctly, I've been able to lose a little over 25 pounds and keep it off. So pretty cool to see a job that makes you happier in your relationships and healthier. Okay, so this is probably one of the biggest things for you guys to kind of zone in on is hesitations about coaching, because I can guarantee a lot of you, if you're on here thinking, oh, I don't know, this person told me to come, but I don't know if it's for me. And you probably have these little negative thoughts in the back of your mind, like, I couldn't do it because of this, or I couldn't do it because of this. It sounds great, but this. So I kind of wanted to cover and kind of squash all those things and tell you, because I thought some of these things as well. So for me, before I got started, I knew nothing about Beachbody coaching. I had no idea, had never heard of it. I found my upline, Kelly, through Instagram, and she made a post. She was like, are you sick of your job? Is your boss a jerk? All of this stuff. And I just kind of reached out to her, and I was like, Yeah, that's absolutely me. That's 100%. I don't want to go to work anymore, all of these things. So, I I basically was just like, okay, let's jump into this. And I got on a call just kind of similar to this, figured out what coaching was, and I was like, this is for me. What do I have to lose? I hate my job. I'm pretty broke. Let's see where this takes me. Another hesitation about coaching is it isn't a traditional career path. And it's kind of like you don't like grow up and in fifth grade say, I want to be a Beachbody coach when I grow up. And so some people are like, oh, well, I just need consistency and I need a set paycheck and I need to know how much I'm bringing home. And I have said that very same thing about things when people have approached me about like, when I was working in the gym, like sales for the gym and stuff like that. And I was like, nope, I just need a steady paycheck. I can't do a sales path. And you know what? Until I found something that I was like, this is for me. This is going to be awesome. I just couldn't really wrap my head around it. So, it's just really awesome to be able to, like I said, you decide what, you're making, not based off of, what somebody else thinks that you're worth. So you do like have to pay money up front. So sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I don't have the money. Let me tell you, when I signed on, I had $7 in my bank account. $7. Like that's it. No savings, nothing. I had $7. I was 26 years old. I had my master's degree. I was working on my husband, boyfriend at the time. We're broke. We had moved 3 states in 2 years. And we couldn't catch up. We were borrowing money. We were doing all these things. And I thought, hey, I don't think I should do this when I really don't have any money. But I put it on the credit card and I've never looked back. It's just blessed my life over and over and over. So I always use the example, one of my good friends, she bought a fitness franchise and it was like a kids fitness franchise, and she paid $25,000 for this kids fitness franchise. And at about the same time that I started my business, I think when I signed on, I bought Body Combat and Shakeology, and it was like $180 at the time. And so I started my business for $180, and she paid $25,000, and she ended up having to sell her business back because she was losing money. And I am making more money than she does because I spent less than $200 to start my own business. So when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, you're like, what am I huffing and puffing about? I'm starting my own business for less than $200. I need to just try. Because what's the worst that can happen? If you decide it's not for you, you have 30 days to drink the entire bag of Shakeology, do your workouts. And if you decide it's not for you, you can return your empty bag of Shakeology and get your money back. So you literally have nothing to lose. But a whole lot of stuff to gain. So a lot of people say, oh my God, is this a pyramid scheme? I just can't do it. And for those people, I say, can you just go Google what a pyramid scheme is? And then we can talk. Because people don't really know what a pyramid scheme is. It's kind of that thing, like you've heard people talk about it and you realize, Beachbody and Mary Kay and all these things, they are made of a pyramid system. And maybe, yes, our company is created that you get people under you and more people go out, but there's not one single person that's only rocking and making all the money and every little person underneath is getting paid less. You decide what you make. So yes, I may sign you on as a coach and I'll be above you, but if you work your butt off, there's every reason, or there's plenty of ways that you can make more money than I can. Can you say, oh, I'm going to, make more money than my boss? No, you can never do that at a job. But I know plenty of coaches that make more money than the person that signed them on because they work the business more than their person that signed them on did. The other thing is that it's Beachbody's been around for years and years and years, and it's a multi-billion dollar company. Multi-billion dollar companies that have been around for 10 plus years are not going to be continuing to be able to be doing a pyramid scheme, which is illegal. It's illegal. So we would be shut down by now. Beachbody has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So yeah, just ignore that because that's not true. I don't have the time is a big one as well. And we are all busy. And so you can't just look at yourself and say, I am so much more busy than everybody on the face of the earth, all Beachbody coaches included, everybody, just the busiest. I have a coach, Nikki on our team has 5 kids and owns her own business and is rocking Beachbody. I myself had 3 jobs when I started this business. I was working at a corporate wellness gym. I was working at a restaurant, and I was teaching fitness classes. And I just did it 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. It's totally doable. In 30 minutes to an hour a day, you can totally get your shakes paid for and make that a successful business from there. So it's not something that you think, hey, I have to spend hours and hours and hours on end doing this. It's your business. You can work as little or as much as you want. So I'm not fit enough. This is another really big thing. And I'm going to show you some of my coaches' transformations before and afters. The biggest one that comes to my mind is my sister. She signed up shortly after she had her first baby, and she gained 70 pounds with her pregnancy and was already a little bigger than she felt comfortable with before she got pregnant. So, she was a lot bigger than she felt comfortable. She didn't feel like she could be anybody's coach. But when we get to her before and after, you're going to see why it doesn't matter what you look like when you sign up as a coach, because you're going to be working on yourself and people are going to respect you because you have the same struggles. If somebody was sitting there looking at you and being like, I hate carbs and I work out 2.5 hours a day, I would be like, that person sucks. I don't want them as my coach. They don't know what I go through when I try to say no to ice cream and pizza and Chipotle and guacamole on the regular basis. And all I want to do is stick this spoon of peanut butter in my mouth, I'm like, they don't get me. So the best thing you can do is oh my gosh, I fell off the wagon this week and this darn thing ran me over. Who's ready to get back on track with me? And when you make posts that are real like that people appreciate that because they can, relate to that. And that makes the best kind of coach. I don't know enough about fitness or nutrition. Well, that is just perfect because people, they buy the products from you. It comes with the meal plan, comes with the workout. You are just there to be their cheerleader. And we have Google. It's 2015. So it's really awesome. If you don't know something, one of the 2 of you can Google it and you will figure it out. So you don't have to worry about that. Again, if you needed a certification, Beachbody would require it. But it's just you encouraging people and telling them that's okay. Let's keep going. Today's a new day kind of thing. I don't know enough people. And I remember somebody tried to talk to me about Mary Kay years and years and years ago. And I was like, I don't know anybody. I can't do it. And that's really just kind of you telling people no, thank you. It's just kind of, to me, when I was saying it, it was just that's a cop out. I just really don't want to do it. I don't want to find people. Maybe it was more something that I should have said. But the thing is that our top coach for 2014, Melanie Mitchell, is from Mars, Pennsylvania. It's a really small town just north of Pittsburgh. It's actually where I got married. And it is so tiny. And she could have said, oh, I can't do it. I don't know enough people. But she's a number 1 coach making 7 figures in our business. And she is rocking it through Facebook and Instagram. And I work my business 95% on social media. So it doesn't matter who you know, if you know how to use a hashtag, even if you don't know how to use a hashtag, I do coaching and training on teaching my coaches how to use Instagram. So I would teach you all of that. You can see here on the right is my Instagram, just a little blurb of my Instagram feed. I have about a little over 11,000 followers. And I started in 2013 with 200 followers. So I have done a lot of training and figured out how to gain followers and add value so that people want to see what you're putting out there. And then I teach my coaches how to do that for free. And then also Facebook. I love getting people from Instagram to add me to Facebook because then they can see the real me. When I post pictures of my dog and I post pictures of this on Instagram, I try to keep it, oh, here's a recipe or here's, something motivational or funny. But on Facebook, it's just a little bit of everything because then you can really get to know you, which is important because people want to work with somebody that they like. And that's the cool thing about this business. You get to choose your coworkers. What other job can you say that? None. You're usually paired up with somebody negative that, kind of makes you just, not appreciate being there so much. So if you guys can mute yourself, that would be great, because it's not easy for me to access this little mute button once I'm in presentation. And then number 9 is I'm not a salesperson, and that is so fine. I don't want you to be a salesperson because I would have to retrain you how not to be a salesperson. I don't want you to be like, hey, buy my stuff. This is on sale. Da, da, da. You may know people that are, in a direct sales company like Beachbody, Arbonne, It Works, Unique, all this stuff. And you may see them in your newsfeed and they're just kind of plugging out all the stuff and constantly plugging the stuff. And you don't really get the feeling that they really want to help you. You get the feeling that they're just trying to sell stuff. And that to me is a salesperson, and that's not what I want. I want to teach coaches to genuinely want to help people. Like, we run free groups. We focus on building relationships before we talk about links. I get people all the time, they'll send me a message on Facebook, and it's this big, long scripted message that I know they've copied and pasted to people about their link to go buy this or do this. And I'm like, hey, good to talk. Good. Yeah, hi, I'm fine. And I don't want anybody to ever make somebody else feel that way. I put relationships first, and we teach our team how to do that. What I love about coaching. This presentation was so fun to make, and I spent so much extra time on it because I was like, oh, I love this picture. Oh, I love this picture. Oh, I love this picture. And so here's some awesome memories that I've had with my team. And like I said, I do so much through Instagram. So it's so fun because when we do events, I get to meet people for the first time that I feel like I know because I talk to them all the time on, Facebook and through our team groups and stuff, but I don't really know them. So it was really cool finally getting to meet so many of my amazing coaches that I just absolutely love for the first time. So over here, this was in the top left. This was when we went to Cancun in April. I can't remember if it was March or April this year, but we won a free trip to Cancun. Every year, Beachbody gives a free trip. And next year, I have already won my free trip to a cruise. Beachbody is literally running out an entire cruise ship for Beachbody coaches. And it's on Royal Caribbean. The Oasis of the Seas is the ship. It's an awesome, sick boat. And we're going to Jamaica and Haiti. And I have won my trip for free for my husband and I. So we're already like, cool, we have one vacation planned next year. So my coach Danny and her husband, and my coach Kelly, my coach Alexa, and then Carolyn, who's also in Kelly's team. So here I have my friend Brooke. She traveled 4 hours to come hang out with me for the weekend. We met through our team and just really connected, and I just love her to pieces. I've got Angela, Leah, and my sister Melissa. I got to meet Angela and Leah, who are both people I hadn't met in person yet, and I got to meet them there in Nashville. We went to Nashville in July for our national Beachbody conference. It was so much fun. Like I said, it was a ton of fun. Lots of live workouts, live training, but parties at night. It was a lot of fun. More of our team. It was so fun. And then here are some of my diamonds. I got them bags made with their name and their team name. We got to go to hang out at the lake. And then got Jessie. I got to drive. We drove like an hour and a half to meet each other at Chipotle because she was like in Virginia and I'm in North Carolina. So we drove and got to meet each other. And again, it was like so weird. It's like, I feel like I know you. Hey, let's actually get to hang out. And then my sister. This is really cool that we get to share this together. We definitely are 100% closer now because we talk so much because of this business. We have a couple sisters that are working the business together, and it's really, really cool to see. Okay, and then another thing I love about coaching is freedom to do what I want, when I want, and more family time. I am such a family-oriented person. I am an aunt. I have 4 nieces and a nephew. These are the 3 nieces from my side. The other ones are from my husband's side, though. We've got little Clover here. She's so stinking cute. I just love her. Lily, and then Elsie. Elsie is my sister Melissa, who's a coach. That's her baby. So I just love these munchkins. I can go home and have a slumber party. I'm not joking. My mom has a big bed in our spare room, and I invite them all over, and we all sleep in the same bed, and it's the best thing ever. And I can do that on a Monday night because I can work my business wherever I want. So instead of having to request time off, see if I'm okay, or maybe I have to take leave without pay because I'm out of, PTO. I've never had a job that had a ton of PTO ever. So it's so nice to me to be able to go home and, still work my business and be able to see my babies. And then this is me and my husband on the left in Cancun. It was so much fun. It was just so good to have an all-inclusive vacation that we would not have been able to afford, or, wouldn't have made it a priority for us to do. Here's Cancun again. And then here's a picture we went out in Nashville. We've just traveled so much. If his family is 2.5 hours away, if we want to, go for the weekend, we do. Over Labor Day weekend, I'm going home and I'm going camping with my parents and my sisters, their husbands, and all of these little babies. And I'm so excited because my family has never spent more than like 8 hours at a time with my husband. They just literally don't know him. So we are making that trek up there. And then another time in September, I'm going up for a wedding and he's coming. I went to 4 weddings by myself as a newlywed the first year we were married because he couldn't get off work. So for me to say that I'm going to a wedding and he's coming camping, and we have like an RV, so it's not like camping, which I'm really excited about because I wouldn't be so excited about going to sleep in a tent. But yeah, so we're going to do a lot of fun things together now that I've been able to help him quit his job and he's not a slave to the restaurant. So another thing I love about coaching is sharing the experience, is just, not being like, I'm not going to sign on coaches because I can sign their friends and I want more, for me. It's about sharing the experience, and it's about paying it forward and watching other people quit their jobs and watching other people reach their goals and pay off debt and feel fulfilled. So this top left, I just love this so much. This is 4 of my coaches who have been able to quit their job with this business. So the top left is my sister, Melissa. I'll tell a little bit more about her story later. She is a happy stay-at-home mom with Beachbody. Danielle is pretty amazing. Less than 2 months into this business, I guess 2 months into the business, she was able to quit her job and is now a full-time coach from home. And we have Sarah Smith, who again was able to quit her job, and she's a full-time stay-at-home fur mama. And Jessie White, who again just got married this summer, and we went to Nashville, and on her way home she was like messaging her boss like, hey, I'm gonna quit. And she knew that she had the potential to take this thing and run with it and not be miserable and hate her going to work. So these are all pictures from Nashville, our workouts. This was a 2-star qualifying night that I was super proud of myself for. I told myself I was going to be recognized on stage, and I was. And that was just such a cool feeling for me. And then the bottom right with our coconuts, that was in Cancun this year. It was so much fun. Another thing I love about coaching is I get to set my own goals. I get to be my own boss. I'm not like, oh, our company would like to expand 30% or, something super lame. I am going to set my goals based off things I personally want to achieve. And I also get to watch my coaches make their goals come true. So I'm really big into vision, and I tell people, if you want something, you got to picture it. Like, kind of think about Michael Jordan. Any successful athlete always talks to you about like them picturing the game, them picturing their opponent, them picturing themselves being in that moment and reacting to it. And so I picture myself traveling to Europe on our 3rd anniversary. I picture myself as a top 75, top coach, like in the top 75 of our entire business out of 370,000 coaches. Right now, our team is at 120 out of 370,000 coaches. So we are rocking it. And if you join our team, we have some awesome training. Like, we are doing something right, obviously. So those are just some of my goals. A lot of them have to do with debt. I have a crap ton of debt, and I'm a big finance person. That's just kind of my biggest stressor. So that's kind of one of my biggest goals. But also one of my favorites is I want to have 7 coaches who have fired their boss. So I'm really excited to be able to say that. And I want to also preface, because some people love their job, and so I don't want you to sit here and say like, oh, this business really wants me to quit my job, but I love my job. You may just want to pay off debt. You may want a hot pair of shoes. I don't know, but I just kind of talk about, kind of my mindset, but you can do whatever you want with this business. Okay, so let's talk facts. As a coach, you're here to inspire, encourage, motivate, and just generally be a personal cheerleader for other people. That's all you have to do. You have to encourage people, give them motivation when they're down, and, just be a good friend to people. And it makes you feel fulfilled, because for you reaching out and taking the time to talk to people, they are so appreciative. It's so much different than them going to, a gym and, not knowing anybody there. Nobody's talking to them. They get to check into our team group and, things like that. And so it's really a community, and people really, really just thrive in it. So again, I've said this a million times, you don't have to be a fitness professional. You don't have to be at your goal weight. It's actually really cool when people can watch you, reaching your goals right in front of their eyes. And so you can work it full-time, part-time. It's your business. Like I said, I wanted to quit my job. I knew that I wanted to quit my job, and I wanted my husband to quit his job. But I have some people that are like, I just want to be able to buy expensive purses, so you can do whatever you want. It's your business. Or you may just want to get your Shakeology paid for every month. So opportunities to travel. I've told you about what I've done. I've gone to California twice. I've gone to Vegas twice, Cancun. I've been to Nashville. I'm able to go home a good bit. And then we're going to that cruise in Jamaica and Haiti. I'm able to go home for weddings, do this, do that, and not have to wait for PTO and things like that. Don't have to keep inventory. Woo freaking who to that. You don't have to have a bunch of stuff. And when people, you don't have to invite people over to a party, make them feel obligated to invite their friends, and their friends feel obligated to come. And then they feel obligated to buy things. And then when they do buy things, you have to track them down across town and deliver it to them personally, because that is a good salesman, and it shows that you made the effort, and so they're going to come to you next time instead of somebody else. But goodness gracious, that is exhausting. And I personally, I don't like when people invite me to parties, and I just, if I know that I want something, I just don't, I don't know. I just feel like I have what I need. I don't even use that kind of makeup. I don't really want to go. So, I'm so glad that we don't have to make people be in that situation. You don't need to meet sales quotas, which is awesome. If you wanted to join to be a coach and literally just buy your own Shakeology when you wanted it and get your 25% off, that's all you have to do. Get nothing else. You don't have to do, sell anything. Must want to help people and know that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're looking to make $600,000 a year, your first year as a coach, you can keep walking because that's not going to happen. But you are able to make a very successful business. I have been able to double my income every year that I've been a coach. Not ever do I think that you could go somewhere and be like, excuse me, employer, I'd like to double my income this year. I don't think that would be well received whatsoever. So this bottom left picture is a really cool experience. Because of my success in the company, I was able to have a personal, semi-private breakfast with Carl Deichler. He's our CEO right there. We have Anita Myron. She's a top 10 coach. And Janelle Summers is like a freaking bajillionaire. So I had really awesome, inspiring people that I got to meet because of my success. And so that's kind of thing, for me, that's like, if somebody tells me I can win a breakfast for Carl, I'm going to work my butt off because I'm a very reward driven person. And like I said, you being a cheerleader, this is a post I made this week. One of my clients, Megan, she's so sweet. She just has been updating me. She's kind of really making all these changes in her nutrition and her workouts. And she's saying no to cake in the break room, something somebody may take for granted. But that is a huge deal to her. She wouldn't have thought twice about doing it before she started the 21 Day Fix with her. So I just made a little post, and I made a post about her and tagged her on it, and just told her how proud I was of her for sticking to it. Her first 9 days into the program, and her fiance both were just kind of like, thank you, that was so sweet of you. And it made me feel good, it made her feel good, it made her fiance feel good that she felt good. It was just like we were just passing around the warm and fuzzies all over. So I just love it. And some of the nitty gritty, like I've said, you get 25% off all your products as a coach. You get 25% commission from everything you sell. So you can win money from your results as well. So down here we have Danielle. She's one of my coaches. So my coach here is Kelly. She won $500 as well for her results. It was also featured in a P90X infomercial. And then you have my sister, Melissa. This is not even her full transformation. So you may look at that and be like, dang girl, but this is not even half of her transformation. This is 60 days right here from PiYo. PiYo is a low impact Pilates and yoga program. And she paired it with Shakeology and the 21 Day Fix meal plan. And PiYo is there's no jumping. It's not a lot of plyometrics or anything like that. And it's Pilates and yoga infused, and this is her results. Like, I can't make this up. So she was actually interviewed to be in a PiYo infomercial when we were in Nashville, which is really cool. You can be featured in infomercials, like I said, upcoming programs. When you're successful as a coach, or you have really great results, or, you've been really consistent with programs, they may ask you to actually be in a new and upcoming program, which is really cool too, that you get that perk as, being a successful coach. You'll have that option of trying it out before anybody else does and things like that. You can get certified to teach classes. I am Insanity certified, and I, taught at gyms and local places where I could just go teach Insanity, and it was a workout for me. And they send me the moves and the music, so it was pretty cool because I didn't have to sit around and make up routines or anything like that. And there's a ton of things that you can get certified in, PiYo, size, all kinds of cool stuff. Active duty and military or a military spouse can coach for free. Then, basically it's a $15.95 fee. So basically a $15 a month fee, and that pays for your website. They take your invoices, they take your customer service. If you have a customer that their container melted in the dishwasher, or their disk started skipping, there's a lifetime guarantee on disk. If their disk starts skipping, Beachbody will replace that for them. But customer service deals with that, not you. You don't have to personally deal with that. And that's another huge thing about why you should order through Beachbody, not Amazon. Amazon or eBay, if you order it from somebody, maybe some bootleg copy, and they're going to be like, yeah, sorry, your disc doesn't work, sorry. So that's another reason why it's so worth it to order through Beachbody, because they have a lifetime guarantee on discs, which is awesome. And you can quit at any time. You're not locked into anything whatsoever. Ooh, where'd it go? Okay, so basically we want to know, who are you? What kind of coach do you want to be? Do you want to sign up as a coach and you're like, hey, let's do this. Let's see how I can do. I want to get some people involved. Let's do this thing. Do you want to be a discount member and just get 25% off because you love your shakes, you love the products? Or do you want to try the program first? Do you want to go in there and be a customer and then say, okay, I'm going to try it for a month and then get my results and then be a coach? There's so many different ways. Like I said, I had never even heard of Shakeology before I decided to be a coach, and I tried it, loved it. I had chronic stomach pains for 15 years before I found this. And the Shakeology, honestly, after not even a week of drinking it, my chronic stomach pains that every doctor under the sun couldn't figure out what was wrong with me and just told me, oh, you're missing enzymes, take probiotics, which didn't really work. Shakeology cured me, and I don't get stomach aches unless I go and I eat something super fried and terrible. But for, I was trying to be really healthy with my eating, and I was still getting these terrible stomach aches every time I ate. And now with Shakeology, I don't have it. So for me, I'm just dude, I didn't even know about this. I signed on as a coach to make money, and this happened from it. This is awesome. So if you have anybody that suffers from any type of digestive issues, I've had people with Crohn's, I've had people, with celiac, I've had so many different things, just general digestion issues really, really benefit. And there's just so many other things I don't even have time to get into, but so many other different types of disorders. It helps with your sugar levels, so many amazing things. Just Google. If you're worried about blood pressure and Shakeology, Google it. If you're worried about diabetes and Shakeology, Google it. You'll find amazing testimonies for that. Okay, so I made this cute little document, picture. How do you get started? So my girl Danielle Rhodes, signed up to pay off debt. She has her doctorate in physical therapy. I'll talk a little about her later. And so she didn't want to quit her job. She spent a good amount of money to get her degree. So she just wanted to help pay off that degree that she paid good money for. And so she signed up to pay off debt, and she's been very, very successful in this business. I signed up, like I said, to quit my job. Angela has a cool story. She signed up as a discount coach in 2010, lost some weight, quit, and she signed back up this time to work the business. And she's very successful as well. She's a diamond coach. Leah and Robin both signed up to just kind of pay bills, be accountable, weren't really sure, what this business would do. And they're both just reaping so many benefits from it. And then you have my sister who started as a discount coach, Melissa. She was a discount coach for a while. She didn't really do too much with her business. And then she realized that, she was getting these awesome results and she was sitting on a gold mine. So why not start talking to people about it? And like I said, I'll talk about her later again, but she was able to quit her job. Same thing with Sarah, able to quit her job. She started as a client. I found her from Instagram, and started talking to her, and Robin is actually her sister. So it's really cool. You know, we've got this sister dynamic thing going on. And I'm finding people for Instagram and being able to connect with them and build this really awesome team of silly, goofy people. That's basically our team in a nutshell, is silly, goofy, awesome people who mostly like guacamole. Okay, so if signing up as a coach is your thing, that you're like, yeah, this sounds awesome, let's just do it, why not? Give it a try. There's a couple different options that you can do. So here down below is just a couple of our awesome results that we've had from people. And if you guys can go ahead and mute yourself, that would be fabulous. Okay, so you can just see here's just a couple of the awesome results that you've had. So you can't be like, oh, I don't want to try that.
So they give you containers.
Okay, let me mute this 1 second. It's hard for me to get off of the screen. Maybe it's not. There we go. Okay. I'm not the best with Zoom yet, so that's probably part of the issue. Okay. And size challenge pack was something that you may want to get started with. If you have seen any of mine, or maybe your coach has posted videos or things about it, size is so fun. It's a hip hop dance program. You do not have to be good at hip hop dancing whatsoever. If you like Zumba, if you like dancing, if you're kind of the person maybe that doesn't really like exercise, they don't want to feel like they're going to die, you know, you do it because you know you should, but you want it to be fun. This is a great program for you. I love dancing, and I'm, you know, not going to sit here and say like, oh, I'm an awesome dancer, but I love it. And so I have really loved size. They break down the moves very slowly. When you see, maybe if you've seen my post, that is at the very end after they've slowly broke everything down, and then we put it all together. So you learn like a 30-second to a minute routine depending on the workout. But you spend 30 minutes, it's a 30-minute program, breaking it down and learning all the moves. So it's really fun, and he's really, really awesome. He cracks me up. Shanti's the same guy that has done Insanity. So you get a 4-week program, and because you're ordering through your coach, you're also going to get another additional workout for free. And then you're going to get 30 meals of Shakeology. So you're going to get an entire month of meals, 4 weeks of workouts, plus an extra workout. You're going to get a shaker cup. You're going to get a little cute little sweatband, a meal plan. Your coach is going to be there for you 100%. You get that for free. You get a free accountability group where you get to interact with other people that struggle with the same things just as you. We're all posting our size videos in there, and it's a private group. Nobody else can see it except for the other people that look like wet noodles, you know, doing it right along with you. And so all of that is on sale this month for, including shipping, is $142. There's only $2 for shipping, and then there's some tax there. So you get less than $5 a day for a meal, a workout, a meal plan, a shaker cup, and a coach. And that the coach is so awesome to keep you accountable, you know, and instead of just buying it and letting it sit there, your coach is going to say, hey girl, how's it going? How can I help you? And then the 21-day fix challenge pack, you guys have probably seen this. It's amazing. It's my favorite program to date. I thought I knew what nutrition, I thought I was good at it because I was eating clean, and I had changed my body by eating clean, but I was totally plateauing because I was eating oatmeal for breakfast, and I was having quinoa for lunch, and I was having sweet potatoes here, and I was having, you know, brown rice for dinner. And I thought, oh, it's clean, it's okay. But all I was eating was like carbs and fruit all day is what I kind of felt like. And so this program is amazing because it tells you, you get these color-coded portion controlled containers, then you get a meal plan, and it breaks down based on your weight how many of each colored containers you get a day. So it's kind of like a container, okay, a measuring cup almost, say. So if you say you have 3 green containers a day, that's your veggies, and it tells you from a list of what things to choose from your veggies. If it fits, you can eat it, track it. There's all kinds of free apps that you can download on your phone to track. There's free things on Pinterest. If you're a spreadsheet kind of person, you want to check it off. It's really fun. And instead of focusing on calories and every morsel you eat, it's like you count your food in colors, and it's super simple. It's just idiot proof. And then you get 7 workouts. They're all 30 minutes. You get a bonus workout. Then there's also a 10-minute ab workout. You get a shaker cup. You get a month of Shakeology. You get an extra meal plan that we share with you in our free accountability group. You get the accountability group, you get your coach, and you get a 3-day bikini body meal plan. So if you like, oh, I have a wedding, I need to, kind of trim up in 3 days, there's an awesome healthy 3-day plan to kind of slim down quickly. And again, those containers and the 30-minute workout. So all kinds of good stuff right now. That is $162. The $2 is shipping. And then there's just some tax. So for $5 a day, you're getting a meal, like all kinds of workouts, the container, the meal plan, another meal plan in our group, and the accountability group, and the 3-day bikini guide, and your coach, which again is huge. So, and that's like a one-time fee. You're not going to sit there and say like, oh, you get it, and the program is yours. You can decide if you want Shakeology every month. All of these people here that you see with these results have been drinking Shakeology. Our clients do end up, it helps with cravings. It helps with bloat. It's amazing. But just so you know, it's a one-time thing. You're not going to be locked into a contract or anything. Maybe you want to sign up as a discount member. I am looking at this right now and thinking, oh my gosh, I want Shakeology right now. That looks delicious. And so we've got so many awesome flavors. My favorite is chocolate. There's also vegan chocolate. I use the vegan chocolate and I don't even notice the difference between the regular. But just know that we do have vegan flavors as well. And so it's just awesome, awesome, awesome. It's my favorite meal of the day. It helps with my chocolate cravings. There's also vanilla, strawberry, greenberry, all kinds of good stuff. So you can talk to your coach more about that. But getting 25% off and getting it for $3 a meal is pretty freaking sweet. Because I went to Panera the other day and I got soup and tea and it was $7. So when people are like, I don't have the money, I'm like, I see you at the bar. I see you at Starbucks. Stop doing Starbucks. And there's your, there's your money right there. And actually Shakeology, I used to drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day. I don't even finish a cup of coffee a day. Here is my coffee cup. It is so full. I have not even finished a fourth of it. I keep pouring it. I don't know why. And I never drink it because I don't need it. My body physically does not need the extra energy that I used to have to. At one point in my life, I was drinking a pot of coffee every day. So I am a coffee fiend. And for me to say I don't even finish a cup of coffee is amazing because of the natural energy with Shakeology. So if you feel like energy is an issue for a busy mom, I'm sure it probably is. That's just another perk of Shakeology. Try the product first. Here we've got Corey Mayo. She is a coach on in my uplines team. She's lost over 65 pounds. She looks amazing. She has been doing a bunch of different fitness programs from Beachbody, but continuing to follow the 21-day fixed meal plan and drinking Shakeology. Here is little Molly. She is awesome. She, I met Molly because she works with my husband. She, like I said, that really time-consuming job that she's a manager at a restaurant, and she is working to be able to quit her job, and she is just rocking it. So I know it's coming for her, but she had moved here for this position from New York to better her career and put on weight with just being busy and just not putting her health first. And you may look at her and be like, oh, she's not even that big to start with, but that's not your decision to make. She was different than when she started, and, putting on extra weight in, 2 months and having to buy clothes because your clothes doesn't fit isn't a good feeling. So I hate to say, don't sit there and say like, oh, I can't use that as a comparison. It doesn't matter. The fact is that everybody that's doing this is bettering themselves. And so, just like the smile says it all in so many of these photos. Here's Nikki, who I was talking about, has the 5 kids and is working like crazy and having great results. And I think I even have a better after photo. This was a while ago. I should have updated it. Here I have Alicia Rogers. She's one of our coaches. She's awesome. She's down 20 pounds. And, she was somebody that told me forever, I don't have the money. And, finally came around and she became a coach. And she is just, it's really cool to see her attitude change. She's just the most positive person. I can tell she's so much happier. It's just really, really cool to see that Beachbody not only has helped her feel better in her skin, but she's also a more positive person. It's going to help her as a mom. It's going to help her in her relationship. So she's just awesome. And then here's Debbie Potter. She is so great looking. Look at her from just April to August, the difference with 21 Day Fix and Shakeology. So she's a busy mama as well. So, And I just can't even tell you how excited I am that I found a moving Carlton. And this is just this is just my favorite part of this whole webinar. If you don't get anything, I love Carlton, and that's awesome. So, but what I wanted you to know is just contact the coach that invited you, to check out this webinar and talk to them. And, if you have more questions, ask them, but just don't be afraid. Like, we're not going to harass you. We're not going to track you down. We're not going to message you every day until the day you die if you don't sign up. But just know that it's changed our lives so much, and we're healthier, we're happier. And it's just really amazing. So I have some testimonials I want to get to, but first I want to just kind of show you a little bit about what happens when you become a coach. Wait 1 second. I'm going to stop share. Let me get this up. Give me 1 sec. I couldn't have my Facebook up because I didn't want all of the ding, ding, dings to be there. So give me 1 second. Okay. Share screen. Okay. All right. So this is our team page. So once you sign on as a coach, you would get added to our team page here. My team is Run Pink Run Happy. We have 600 coaches on our team. We've got, you can see 330 members just in this group alone. So anytime you have questions, you can post in here. We've got our group calendar going on that you can see, the first day of the month, we've got a free exercise group, and you can see everything that's going on. If you have any questions, you can post in here. You can see I was telling them, hey, invite your people tonight to join our webinar. Team call in 5 minutes, bring your wine. And then we have people just kind of talking about things that they're celebrating. Asking questions and things like that. So our team page is really, really cool. I just wanted to kind of show you our size group is a private group, and we're all doing size, the hip hop dance. And we have people kind of sharing recipes. We have people, talking about their workouts outside. My sister was talking about walking up this big hill. We have people posting their exercise videos of them doing the workout. And, it's just so fun to see so many people in here encouraging other people. It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. Totally agree, Kid President. So, look at this. So many. It's so cool. So fun. So, and that's just a really cool perk of being able to be doing this with other people. So, okay. Let me get back to just a couple of testimonials just to kind of show you more people that have had success in our downline, not just myself. So my sister, Melissa Ludwig, is just, I just can't even talk to you enough. Look at her freaking transformation. She has lost 90 pounds. 90 freaking pounds from the time she started to now. And look at that big old cheesy smile. She can't even look at the camera in the beginning. She's miserable. I love you, sister, but you were not very fun to be around. And she just wasn't happy with herself. And so when somebody's miserable, it's really just hard to have a really good conversation without it turning to crap, And so now she's so fun to be around. She's honestly one of my best friends. I talk to her all the time. Being in this business together too is really cool because we're constantly talking. Here's her with her PIO. She was able to be interviewed for that infomercial, and she just bought a house last week. Her and her husband, a little baby girl, bought a house last week. Their first home they closed on. They were able to pay off their car super early because of Beachbody. She is getting LASIK tomorrow. She was able to pay for. So she's been able to do so many dreams that they've had for a really, really long time. And they were able to save a huge down payment to put on their house as well. So after having her daughter, I said she's super miserable, unhappy. And she returned to a job that she had previously. And it was just negative and sucking the life out of her. So she went back. She was able to actually quit, use Beachbody. and do this as a job. And she went back to visit her old workplace a couple weeks ago. And it just kind of reminded her of all this negativity and backstabbing and crazy stuff that she just doesn't have to deal with anymore. And she gets to be her own boss and choose her coworkers and not have to deal with the drama. She went from a size 22 to a size 6. I like, what? That is so crazy. These red shorts she has on the left, she put it on the other day, and both of her legs can fit in like one side of the shorts. She's like, I don't even want to throw them away because it's like, these are my fat shorts and look how far I've come. Her really, she's just able to achieve so much good stuff. And then we have Sarah Smith. I found Sarah through Instagram. She started off as a client and just wanted to, get some more results. She was a boot camp lover. She was just like, I want something that's going to kick my butt. And so she's learned, to overcome, focusing on the scale, and she's focusing on progress now. She's lost, 15 pounds and kept it off. Look how great she looks. Look at that tummy. She's, a diamond coach in our business. I forgot to say Melissa's also a diamond. So here's her being so excited and so proud of her diamond registration at Summit, because that was a big goal that she achieved. And she's a stay-at-home mom. She was also able to quit her job. So here's her and her big old baby. She's got some big old mastiffs. I think they're a mastiff mix. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I don't know what kind of your dogs are, but I love them. And then, so she was able to set her free from her retail job of 12 years. She was a manager in a retail store, and she never has to request time off for a holiday, a Friday night, because retail, restaurants, stuff, anything like that, you're not getting those holidays off because that is money season and they need you. And so her proudest moment is being able to advance to diamond, being a leader of her team, who she loves so much. They're so awesome. And having her coaches be able to have the same success and aha moments that she's able to have. So, and then Danielle Rhodes is another rock star. Oh my gosh, Danielle is awesome. She has also become one of my best friends in the whole world. And we met she is one of my coaches, and her coach is not really working the business. And so we met through a mutual friend, and I just love her to pieces. She is about to be 24 weeks pregnant. Look at her cute little baby bump. So she has a little baby boy on the way. But you can see her transformation. She's down 30 pounds with the Beachbody program. She's the happiest and healthiest of her life. Danielle has her doctorate in physical therapy. And so she makes good money at what she does. So she's not, necessarily doing this to, replace her job, which she, is enjoying, being a physical therapist because she went to school for that. But with being a physical therapist comes a crap ton of loans. So she's really focusing on putting all of this Beachbody money towards, paying off debt. And just like, look at her freaking little hot bod. She is just it's so cool what she's been able to accomplish. And you can see her, after photo, she was just so in such good shape. She's got another one from 2015 as well. And she was like in the best shape of her life. And that's when she got pregnant. And so it's kind of cool too, because I found a lot of coaches and clients, they're like, I'm at the best shape of my life. And they've, it's kind of been on their radar. And that's when they get pregnant, because you're the healthiest you've been. I'm not saying that Beachbody will get you pregnant, so do not take it that way. But it's just a benefit if that is the point where you're trying to start a family. Being healthy is one of the biggest things for, things like that. So, yes, if you don't remember anything at all, just remember that Beachbody will not get you pregnant. But yeah, she's more confident than she's ever been in this business, with this business helping her, being comfortable with, her body as it's changing and things like that. And her proudest moment in Beachbody coaching is just being, confident enough to be a leader and, being able to make videos and not be like, oh my gosh, I hate the way I sound. And, she said, this is my passion and I'm just so blessed to have found it. And I say, me too, sister. This is one of our team calls. We bring wine, and I don't think any person is wearing makeup. That is totally not necessary. Sweatpants are encouraged. We always laugh, and we're kind of like, hey, I'm not wearing a bra not wearing pants, just because like what other conference call, can you have that you're like, oh, I am just, living my life. Doesn't matter if I brush my hair or not. So that's kind of really cool. That's all I kind of had, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, but I want you guys to feel free to talk to us. We've got a great amount of people on. I love seeing all your faces. This is so cool. So thank you for joining, and reach out to, don't stop, this is for the recording, reach out to the person that, invited you, and we would love to have you on our team of weirdos, and it's honestly, if I can do it, you can. So, okay. Thank you.